Hello builders! In today's video, I'll show you how to easily create anchor links with a nice scroll effect like this. No plugins required. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so first off, let's add an anchor link. And you can just select the text you want to make it an anchor link. And the format is to put a hashtag and then the name of the link with no spaces and no special characters. So we'll just call our first target number 1. And you can name it whatever you want. A good practice for SEO is actually to use a descriptive target that matches the heading that we're targeting. But we'll just make this target 1. And we'll make this one target 2. And target 3. Now, if we update the post and go to the front end, if you click them, you'll see that they don't do anything. And that's because we actually haven't created an anchor to link them to. So let's go back to our post. So in order for our links to work, we need to create an HTML element that has a target that matches our link here. So what's great about Gutenberg, and if we click on this H2 heading here and go to the Advanced tab, you'll see that there's an HTML anchor feature built right in. So we can just get the name from our anchor link. It was target number 1. So we'll go and just name this target 1, and you don't have to put the hashtag in here. And we'll click update. And if you go to the front end and refresh, and then if we go ahead and click our anchor link, you'll see it scrolls right to it. Now you will notice that this admin bar is overlapping the actual link target. And I'll show you how to fix that with pure CSS in just a second. But first, let's go add our other anchor links. And we'll make our third target this image here. So you can make almost any HTML elements, especially in the Gutenberg editor. You can make anything a link target. So we'll make this, go to Advanced, and make this target 3. Click Update. And if we go back to the front end, they all work. All right, so let's fix this issue where the anchor link, and if you can see, if this admin bar wasn't here, this would be exactly at the top of the page, and that's where the anchor links scroll to. And what we need to fix is we need to create an offset where the anchor link doesn't scroll all the way to the top. Now, the best way that I've found to do this is to target all HTML elements that have an ID. So if we go to the HTML code here, you'll see that this H2 element has an ID. So we can write a CSS rule that targets all HTML elements that have an ID and gives them a scroll offset, which is basically margin between the top of the page and our anchor link when you scroll to it. So to write our rule, let's go to the customizer, additional CSS, and we're going to write our rule. Now, how you write this rule depends a lot on what type of anchors or what type of elements you're linking to. If you only link to H2 or H3 headings, you can write a rule that only affects those elements. But if you're linking to all sorts of different elements, including images and stuff, then you might have to write it a different way. But for now, let me show you how to write it for all elements, and then I'll show you how to do it just for headings in a second. So the rule will be this: asterisk, these brackets here, and ID. And what we're targeting is any element that has a named ID. And then the rule is scroll margin top. And that's basically the offset from the top when you scroll to it. And you can tweak this to be whatever setting makes sense for your site. For example, if you have a fixed header that's maybe 100 pixels high, you might want to make it 100 pixels. But for now, I'm just going to make it 50 pixels. And we can see how that looks. And we'll click Publish. So now if we click this anchor link, you see there's this offset now. Same thing with this anchor link and this one as well. So none of them overlap the admin bar anymore. So just in case you want to target heading specifically, we could rewrite our rule a different way. So instead of being all elements with an ID, we can just make it, for example, H2 elements, and so put a comma, H3 elements with an ID. If those are the only two types of elements that you link to with your anchor links. And we'll click Publish. And now if we try this again, you'll see that that anchor link still works, but the one that links to an image does not, and that goes right to the top of the page. Now, the final trick that I want to show you is how to create a smooth scroll effect so that it like scrolls nicely down the page to the element instead of just jumping to it. And you can achieve this with pure CSS. There's other tutorials that are telling you to use a plugin, but it's completely unnecessary. There is just one important line of code that you have to add, and basically it allows users to specify that they don't want the smooth scroll effect, because some people that have motion sickness can have issues with smooth scroll. So you should never force a user to use smooth scroll. But let me show you how the code works. So here's the CSS you need, and let me just walk you through it. So we're targeting basically the entire HTML document, and we're setting the scroll behavior to smooth. And if we click an anchor link now, you'll see it has this nice scroll effect to your anchors. And secondly, we have a media query, and this targets any browser where the user has chosen or has selected the accessibility feature that states they prefer reduced motion, and it changes the scroll behavior back to auto. And auto is basically the jump right to the link. Basically, without JavaScript or any sort of plugin, it allows users to safely use your smooth scroll links if they have negative effects from the scrolling effect. Now, what about those of you who are still using the WordPress text editor? And for the record, I think you should probably upgrade to Gutenberg because it's awesome. And I do have a tutorial that will teach you how to do it. You can check it out right up there. But let me show you how to create the anchor links. So in order to create the link itself, it's the same thing. You just put the hashtag target name, and then to actually set the target, because we don't have this dialog box over here, you have to go to the text view. And if you scroll down to the element that you want to target, for example, the H2 ID heading with anchor, you can just add an ID. So we'll delete this, and you would just have an H2 right there. And we can add the ID. So we can go ID equals target 1, close quotes, and you should always click update to save your changes, and we'll go back to visual. And if we view the post on the front end and click the anchor link, it still works. Now, what if you want to link to one of these anchor links from another page? It's actually really simple to do. So let's click on one of our anchor links here, and you'll see this URL changes up here. So that's the target of the link. Basically, it's the full path of the page plus the anchor link target. So we can copy this, and if we close this page, and this would be the same as putting a link in another page, we could just paste it into the browser, go to that link, and it takes you right there. All right, if you found this tutorial helpful, just hit that like button for me, would you? And if you didn't, let me know why in the comments. Want to suggest a topic for a future video or have questions about this one? Let me know in the comments. And to keep on learning, check out these videos right here.